The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James. And the opponent, from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell.
On Trevor Murdoch. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear he is on an all-lemon diet.
He's a sourpuss, and no doubt about it. I think the closest thing I've seen him to happy is when he's inflicting pain on someone else. It's hard for me to watch Trevor Murdoch, and I'm not just talking about that ugly mug of his. He's a brutal, violent competitor with not an ounce of compassion in him.
He's like the ugly girl at the prom, JR. Except with her, at least you could say she had a nice personality.
He's going to regret not following up here once he loses this match.
Come on, JR. This isn't something you do when you're worried about the outcome of the match. He knows he's got it in the bag. He saw that one coming. Oh, come on. What are you thinking?
That's what happens when your heart is bigger than your muscles.
True, JR. I'm sure this arena is just full of edgeheads tonight. You might not hear them cheering, but that's probably because they're... Look at that! No fear whatsoever. What an amazing superstar.
Be that as it may, this isn't the sort of thing that wins matches, King.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, but I can overlook that from someone as cute as her. Do you think if I told her she had a beautiful body, she'd hold it against me?
You know, she's so crazy, that line just might work, King. What a reversal.
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match will be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR. Keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later. Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job. Excellent counter. What ring presence.
How can you say that, JR? Edge is one of the most exciting and dynamic superstars on the Raw roster. And I hope you don't drive him to SmackDown with the way you slander him.
It doesn't appear that Edge is getting much love from this crowd tonight, and who can blame them? They're certainly not getting much from Edge.
It looks like they've slowed the match down a little, and I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a...
Did you see that? Ring the damn bell! You can't let somebody get away with that!
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal. Wow, listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all.
Look at him, rubbing his opponent's face in it. I love it.
Well, this crowd doesn't seem to share your opinion, and quite frankly, I hope this comes back to bite us.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What'd you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you?
Oh, boy, those fans have got a great seat for this, JR.
And I hope they've got the good sense to keep their distance. These superstars are out of control. I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR. So she's watching her diet. What's so bad about that, JR? Man, Mickie James is such a cutie. I wonder what it'd take to get her to come home with me.
I don't think it would be too hard, King. I've heard she followed lots of people. Oh, come on now. That's expensive equipment, damn it.
JR, shh, easy. You don't want to get in his way right now, trust me.
Oh, he's a terrific role model, all right. Edge is a real humanitarian. A guy who would just as soon sell you out as look at you.
What are you talking about, JR? That's just a nasty rumor spread by people who wanted to be in Edge's league, but couldn't keep up with him.
Come on, King. You've watched Edge as much as I have, and you've seen the things he's pulled. Talk about someone whose heart is as cold as the other side of the hill.
Well, I'm sorry you've decided to sympathize with the losers, JR. Me, I'm sticking with a winner. I'm sticking with Edge.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You gotta keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly. Boy, I don't know what Mickie James' problem is, but this girl is goofy as a pet too. No doubt about it.
That's a little harsh, JR. I prefer to think of her as feisty.
I know what you'd prefer, King, but the simple fact of the matter is that this young woman is he must be looking for a weapon of some kind. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
Look at this! He's going for it!
Stone Cold Stunner! Stone Cold Stunner! Can you believe it? Good grief! I don't care how tough you are. A chair shot is a chair shot.
And you can't take too many of those and expect to continue. I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King, and I think it's only going to get better from here on out.
You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific matchup.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. Speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Right about the time we stopped wearing that crown on ourselves.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knock. And if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog with a case of the limber tape.
All right, enough! I'm getting a translator before I have to come out here with you again.
There's some evil intentions in the eyes of that man right there.
There it is! Spear! You gotta give him credit for that one, JR.
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR?
The submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's right, JR. You've either got to break the hold or get broken by it. This match has the potential to be an instant classic, and I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the... Oh, boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times. Watch what you say, JR. I won't stand here and let you talk about the woman I love like that.
There's no doubt that Mickie James is an outstanding competitor, but she's got a head full of bad wiring or something. Sounds like...
Oh, man! That's gonna change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish the ref would actually pay attention to what's going on.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR. He's going right after that leg, JR.
Is he ever? There it is, King, the figure 4.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. And there he goes! The submission is locked in!
Oh my gosh! He might make his opponent tap right here! He's got his opponent locked.
Here's your winner, and the Nature Boy, Ric